will be able to actually, nominate them, legally speaking, to run. Because the party is still struggling with the identity of its national secretary or its national chairman.
Also, the APC spokesperson dismissed claims that governors were induced or threatened to defect.
What kind of carrot are you going to dangle in the presence of the governor of Delta State to make him decide to leave his party? What threat how are you going to threaten him? I mean, we must at least take a step back and even give the benefit of the doubt that this governor may have a reason he's leaving. First-time governor who is hoping to run the second term. So what fear does he have about, people say, sins are forgiven. What sins are forgiven?
Well, you would expect a national publicity secretary of a party to hold this position. Because, you have to defend your institution. But sharing his sentiment is the FCT minister. Wike earlier criticized the notion that internal crisis could be blamed on the APC, insisting that the PDP's problems were self-inflicted.
All this one you are calling APC, calling this and that, is barbarous. Is it the APC that's making you to take the wrong decision? What is there? You mean me, I will sit, and then 2-3 people say because they are governors, they are getting so much allocation. Then you go and decide. And then you tell me, follow. Follow who?
Coming up shortly, we'll be talking, of course, about another statement credited to the FCT minister. But between now and then, my guest, Marcus Ijioma, who's a public affairs analyst, a communications consultant, and an author, joins me in the studio. Hello, Marcus.
Good afternoon, Sam. Good afternoon, Port Harcourt and Niger Delta and Nigeria at large.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm great, but it can be better.
Yes, indeed. I'm glad you said that. Now, in the spirit of holding people accountable, because a lot of the conversations we have on radio is speaking truth to power, talking for development, and looking to build a better nation. We also need to hold people accountable on a personal level. When you published your book, you claimed that there will be a sequel. You gave us a deadline. Book we have not seen. If you are saying that governors are not doing what they should do, Mr. Marcos, on a personal level, we have not seen the sequel to your book.
Sam,
what moral right do you have to call out leadership?
We don't have to go public with this. We don't have to go public with this.
I'm just saying. As an objective.
Copies of my book are in my car and in your car park.
The second book or the first one?
The second one, I promise, in the presence of everybody on the media, and said the second edition will be out in 2 years. 2 years is going to be 2027.
Okay,
March.
Sorry, I thought I had 2 months. It must be a mistake on my part.
It's a dictionary, so you need to give time for new words to be added.
Okay.
New words are created every day.
Okay.
When that book was released, we didn't have the words like Achalugo. We didn't have the words like... there are so many words I can't mention on air because of what they represent, but there are many new words that are coming and we're carefully documenting them. You will definitely get updates.
I'm sorry for my outburst, sir. I apologize. I'll see you.
You're getting infected by the things you hear.
I'll see you in 2027. If in 2027 that book is not out,
it will be out before election.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. All right. So let's go to the APC. The speculations that the APC is involved in the PDP's crisis. It's not even a question of true or false. Does anybody have the right to even think along those lines?
Of course.
Why?
Of course. In Africa, okay, let me quote the Bible. It could be the voice of Jacob and the hand of Esau. You understand?
Okay.
This is hard fact. So whatever postulations we're making should be backed up with facts. So, but right now, you and I don't have that concrete evidence to say that some of the legal issues are being sponsored. Because, Sam, if I want to sponsor something against you today, I won't be paying from my account to the account of the troublemaker.
You can conveniently be anonymous.
Yes. Either through crypto, through jewelries, expensive jewelries like gold and diamond, expensive wristwatches. That's how money is laundered. You can travel abroad, buy a wristwatch worth $10 million and gift it to someone. The person sells it off in the black market and then gets the money back in cash. If you go around presidential GRA area, you know how to do cash conversion that are not traceable.
Oh, really?
So we know that in Nigerian political culture, such transactions do take place. And politicians have also mastered the art of planting moles in different political parties, and from all indication, I think APC coming all the way this way have perfected that, like I said, you might ask, oh, where are the facts? But any political watcher can see that this voice we are hearing, it may sound alike, but the hand is a different person. So you now have a situation where suddenly all the leading opposition parties are imploding. PDP is in crisis, Labour is in crisis, ADC is in crisis. And the Bible says again that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let the truth be established. So FCT minister is saying, is it PDP that is helping you? Is it APC that is saying to make wrong decision? But that has been my problem with the FCT minister. Fantastic gentleman, I must say. If you look at his political trajectory, you can say that Ian Wike is a successful politician.
Yeah.
You know, he's a great influence.
Can I argue that?
He has also built men. You know, when you talk about, you know, he likes that word, political structure. Yeah. He has built men. You know, there are people who are in political offices today because of his recommendation.
True.
You understand? Including our dear governor. You know, we know how he became the PDP flag bearer. You know, beating bigger names in Rivers. So Ian Wike has invested in people. So in that aspect, you must give him his due and accord him the necessary respect. But when it comes to politics, I have a problem. I kind of differ from him, or beg to differ from some of the ideologies he holds. So when he says things like, is it APC that is helping you to take wrong decision? The next question will be, so is Wike the compass with which you measure right and wrong decisions in PDP?
Yeah, but
so if he does, any time he doesn't sit well with him, every other person is wrong. Because I don't know any other major stakeholder in PDP. Like, if you look at the history of PDP, from 1998 till date, PDP has never gotten it this bad. And one person is in the center of it all. Like, you know that song they sing in church, the center of it all is you that I see, is you that I see. So, okay. At the center of it all is Ian Wike that is in the center. Oh, PDP crisis in South. He's trying to put a candidate in Cross River State. Oh, the convention should not hold it. It started with when Modu Sharif was national chairman. I remember he was governor then, when he said if they take the convention out of Port Harcourt, there was going to be crisis. The convention eventually held here. His candidate still did not win. He went to Abuja when he was contesting for president and said, if I don't win, I will support whoever wins.
Yeah.
He never did.
Because the nature of his defeat was not fair and square.
Politics is not for the faint-hearted. I have defined politics here before. It is for who gets what, when, and how.
That's not a very good way to go about anything.
Hold on. It's a free and fair primaries. He pledged to support whoever wins. You cannot now begin to throw tantrums because Tambawa, in your own estimation, which you two don't have facts to back it up, betrayed you in quotes. So these are the kind of challenges that we are seeing. So I don't totally agree with the FCT minister when he says, is the APC that is telling you to make wrong decisions? PDP on its own have been managing their internal crisis till 2015.
Okay, let's leave the FCT minister. The publicity secretary of the APC said the same thing. Why is it the FCT minister? Why is his own heavier?
The publicity secretary of APC is doing a fantastic job, but I fear for him. He's not the first publicity secretary. We've had very fantastic, outspoken publicity secretaries, even for APC, even for PDP. I remember when this gentleman, what's his name now? There were many, we've had many publicity secretaries, even in PDP, who, when they speak, you think they are talking directly with God, with the level of confidence that they express. At a point, they told us in this country that PDP was going to rule for 100 years. At the peak of PDP, when PDP had 28 states, where is PDP today? So anybody beating his chest and saying, oh, APC is the best bride, people are coming in because APC has stable leadership. It's just, it doesn't truly understand Nigerian politics, because Nigerian politics as of today is food is ready. And APC kitchen have provided the food. And Nigerian politicians, sorry to say, are very, very lazy. Majority of them. So they can't survive outside politics. They even when they set up known businesses, Those businesses only thrive as long as they're in political office to continue funding it. Even proper accounting and proper management, most of them don't know how to do. I've related with a lot of them. Some of them are my clients. I've seen them rise and fall. That is why when people are out of office, their house that used to be like a mecca of sorts become deserted. Because even the buildings that they build, they can't sustain even changing electrical bulbs. We see those mansions all over the place. Every state has it in their GRAs. Go back and look at those buildings. They can't even paint them. So for you to survive in Nigerian politics, you have to do what we say in Pidgin, belle face or belle control. So the people running into APC are not running there because leadership is stable. No, it's because today, two things. Adam Shomole once said, join APC and your sins are forgiven. And then now, we now have another option, which is you need to go there to feed. Sam, if today, I'm telling you personally, I decide to join APC, I know what I'm going to get. There are people who have been on my neck to publicly agree that I want to join. And I'm not a member of APC, neither am I a member of PDP. I just want to face my business for now. So when you join them, there are certain patronage you will enjoy. Even if Nigerian Info join APC, you will see that all their announcements will come here. It's because Sam has not told them, yes, I'm an APC member. That's why most of those commercials, except the one they can't do without.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, you have to tell me where they are.
Media. Media houses are always under pressure to tilt towards political interests. You know, if you did I'm sure you did journalism, so you understand what I'm saying. Ownership. Okay, I'm just digressing now, but when you talk media ownership, most media houses in Nigeria are owned by politicians. Even though the station is independent of them because it's a legal entity of its own. I'll tell you a short story. In the 70s, late 70s, when Shagari, you know how Newswatch started. Dan Agbese, Dele Mamodu, and Ray Ekpo, how they left Abiola's Concord. They had a story they needed to release, and the Secret Service got, then they used to be called SSS, got wind of the story. They tried to reach the editor. The editor didn't budge. He wanted to release the story by all means. And from what we read and what we were taught, the president had to call the late MKO Abiola, who happens to be the chairman of Nigerian Concord, to tell him to tell his boys to drop the story. Any good student of journalism will tell you this story. And these guys went ahead and released the story and tendered their resignation at the time when their official car was Mercedes-Benz in 1979 or so thereabout, 1978, 79 or 1980 thereabout. And they went out and started Newswatch. So ownership of media, always subject to political influence. But where I'm going to with all of that is that most people are in APC, not because APC is a very fantastic party or better than PDP or ADC or Labour. They are there for their selfish interests. That is not a crime, by the way. The Nigerian Constitution guarantees you freedom of association to pursue your own interests, not even national interests. Freedom of association is one of the problems we have in Nigeria. It's there in the constitution. You are to join political party to pursue your own interests, not the interests of the nation.
I want to argue, but we have a break coming up. After the break, I'll forget what I want to argue about. Stay with us.
doing?
I'm wonderful. Ruling party says it is not responsible for PDP's crisis. These are words according to the publicity secretary of the APC and the FCT minister as well. Before the break, Marcus was talking about the hand of Jacob. Sorry, the voice of Jacob, but the hand of Esau. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's look at political security, because this is one of the reasons cited as why people defect, for political security. And it's either because if the FCC just does what would be considered a primary school audit, they might find something. Or, like you say, not just the fear of corruption, but relevance to still be where the money comes in. And like you call them, lazy politicians.
Food is ready politicians, belle face, belle control.
So which needs to be urgently tackled? The accountability of leaders to ensure that using a probe to threaten them would not work, or the ease of defection, the fact that it is even easy to cross over, which is a bigger problem?
For me, I haven't even mentioned the bigger problem. The bigger problem is judiciary. Yes, you can call it stray bullet, whatever it is.
That's a way bigger.
Yes, that's. Let's allow the stray bullet to hit the judiciary. Let's backdate a little bit to the Maurice Iwu 2003 presidential election, general election.
Yeah.
Which on record people say is the worst in the history of Nigeria, looking at the size of the rigging, the magnitude of the rigging. But coming towards 2007.
Even the winner of the election. Even the winner.
Yes, said the election that brought him was flawed. Moro Musayara.
Even the winner said, no, this one is plenty.
You get. So, 2011, you had same scenario, but this is what was happening. People, especially the current president, could stick to their one state political party, AC, in Lagos.
Yeah.
Not minding what was going on when PDP had about 27, 28 states at the time. AC stayed in Lagos. Fast track to 2011. Let me use a Edo scenario for instance. There was a certain Monday Osumbo who won the governorship of Edo State, Professor Osumbo. And Adams Oshomole, an opposition candidate, approached the court to seek redress. In one of the victories from the court that is seen in Nigeria as one of the sweetest, AC won Edo State from the appellate court, at the appeal of Supreme Court. I don't know which court was the highest for governorship issues at the time. I can't remember now. Oshomole became governor after about 4 or 5 months of Professor Osumbo's reign in Edo State. So people and opposition began to spread from there. In 2011, the whole of Southwest, apart from Oshun or so, where Ekiti, where what's his name now? Fayose was governor.
Yeah.
The rest went to ACN. Can you beat your chest confidently that will happen in 2027? That opposition parties will have a leeway, in other words, contest, and if they are not satisfied, confidently approach the judiciary to say that we have been robbed at the polling units. Please, we need you to give redress to this and be sure that they will get justice. So while we are looking at accountability so that nobody use EFCC to threaten you, that confidence in the judiciary is no longer there to say that even if you rig me out, I'll meet you. You heard that phrase in Nigeria, we'll meet in court. Now it's the ruling party that's telling you, go to court.
That's true.
When you hear we'll meet in court, you used to panic. I know boys who bought political forms just to threaten winners with tribunal. And people have been negotiated and paid off not to go to tribunal. These days, nobody talks to you. Because, like I said in my introduction, people have found illegal ways of paying judges that you and I cannot trace. But we know different layers of payment that you can't trace. Before you get to the judge, there is about 5-6 barriers of different individuals that you have to do. You will never see him directly. But all these people are acting in his stead. So today, that is the kind of judiciary we have. So if we those days we used to say judiciary is the last hope of the common man. Can you say that today, Sam? It's indeed, if me and you have a dispute, we do not go to church, our pastor, spiritual leaders' place to settle and approach the courts. When are you going to get the judgment? You win a case against the police for police brutality. They award compensation. For police to pay, you have to go back to court again. And people are telling you confidently that we own the courts. So if we don't get judiciary right, people will keep running. The reason why opposition governors are running to PDP is because of this fact. If you watch most of them defect, apart from Bayelsa, most of them are first-term governors who are not sure. I'm sure if you ask Doyediri of Bayelsa State, he is returning to the seat he left in the Senate. He'll probably be going log ahead with Dixon. So you see that Dixon didn't defect, but he defected. And now Dixon is opposing him for defecting because Dixon knows that his seat is at stake. With APC now in Bayelsa, then you go to the final factor, which they call federal might. What is federal might? Police, DSS, and army. There's nothing federal might other than those things. Because it's only police and the army and the DSS and the paramilitary people that will tell you and I to go home after voting. And they will escort the ballot papers and will not be able to follow them. It's the same police armored tank that they will not have to chase bandits that they will park in front of INEC office. So that we don't come and ask questions. Even though we have freedom of information, you and I cannot walk into INEC office and say, I saw a reply that INEC gave somebody who demanded for voter register of the whole country. And INEC said he's going to pay 1.4 billion for the printout. It was public on their page. They think they were joking, but it's very funny and annoying. This voters card, voter registration should be everywhere online. But you and I cannot challenge INEC because they are barricaded with police, what do you call it? I know they are. If you ask them, they'll tell you they are doing it for security reasons. Why are you so afraid of security if you have done the right thing? So these are the issues. You talk about accountability for governors so that political office holders so that they don't fear EFCC. EFCC is no longer who is in jail. Which governor is in jail? EFCC is not a factor in this matter. Which former governor is in prison?
Well, some have gone and come out.
They were pardoned.
Yeah, that's the coming out.
See, even the ones that EFCC managed to Jolly Yami and Joshua Dari of Plateau, they were pardoned. The rest are being asked to defect so that they can their sins can be forgiven. So no governor is actually afraid of EFCC. They are afraid of the judiciary. They have lost confidence in the judiciary, so they don't know how to approach the judiciary again, and they know they need the ruling party to continue with federal might or influence the judiciary.
Coming up next, we'll be looking at the other statement credited to the FCT minister, but between now and then, we can hear from you. The numbers are called 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0003. WhatsApp is 080 903 0416. We're live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at Nigeria Info PH. You can watch, listen, and engage. The APC says it is not responsible for the PDP's problems. It said it countless times. It's reiterating. PDP is a problem of themselves. They know the truth and refuse to say the truth, or even standing by the truth. And until they tell themselves the truth and remove those double standard party members, they want to destroy the party completely. Ezekiel Isaiah says on WhatsApp. Hello, good evening.
Sam, good evening, Sam.
Good evening. What's your name?
Good guys, my name is Sam.
Go ahead, quick again.
I want to greet Ijioma. Good evening, Sam.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Sam, I took 45 minutes to listen to your guest. Oh, I don't know. I listened to him far much than this before, but today I took time to listen to him word to word, sentence. He has said it all. We don't have any politician in Nigeria today. Sam, I was a member of PDP 1998 when PDP was formed. People thought they become governor till then. I left the APC to Amechi because of the injustice that was caused by Amechi. Sam, I've not got anything for politics, but I will not behave politics as these governors are behaving. I'm not in a position. I don't know where I go. Our politicians cannot stay hunger after being in power for 8 good years. Make money. It cannot endure for one month or 1 year. It is want to defend. Sam, I'm a father member of APC. I'll not for Tinubu 2027. I'll say it anyway. I'm not for APC because this government has told us which moral will I live to vote for Tinubu, for APC again. They have said now other promises, which moral than just because of people are afraid because they will coerce us to vote for them. Because no, I will not vote for APC. I'm not for APC. I'll put against it because this government has told us what has Tinubu to do to make us to defend APC because they are coercing them to present no justice for party again, not again a man will be in APC and be in PDP. I was for one like the APC or the PDP, but it has happened because only in Nigeria, but I know that people will finish election 27. Let them go to anywhere. They will see it. Thank you, right. Good afternoon. Good evening.
Good evening. Greetings, Sam. It's not a secret that evil hands are in the crisis in PDP. Those powers that are bent on killing